We welcome back all of our viewers to historic Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's the Packers in possession of the football as we get back into the action in quarter number 2. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback. And so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him. And hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
Fields on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. On 1st down, it's Fields. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes? So that, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And Howie clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And all the way down to the 5. So we reach halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the 1st half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now. The safety Keanu Neal there to knock that one free. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To the air, Allen. A check down here to Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to make it fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people. No errors, right? Not turning it over. And just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and touchdown! That's caught.
Daz Newsome.
His first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this up.
Taking it right down Broadway. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Eluding the pressure right. Complete to Newsome. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Now a first down throw. Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's it's Logan Cook now. As he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game.
Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. He's at the 40. Past the 20. They will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 89 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Here's Cohen now to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Buying time to his left. He finds his man complete. It's Hansen. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down, right near the 24. But here we go on 4th down, Fields. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. 2nd down and 8. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd down now, Herbert. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Herbert. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Khalil Herbert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. On the delay, Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. He's got him in, complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Allen. And it's a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Cohen now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. On 3rd down, Herbert. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Packers down 34-31. At time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Allen. He'll get this to Lazard. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play that time on the catch and run. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now Allen. And Lazard's got it again. 7 yards, the pickup there. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Chicago, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll be at home next week for